Welcome to the Awakening Women podcast. I'm your host, Leanne Oten, and for almost a decade, I have been a transformation coach and therapist. This podcast is all about lifting the veil of consciousness and awakening to the truth. It is also about helping you to raise the bar in all areas of your life and relationships by starting with you. If you're ready to take back your personal power and reclaim your life, you have come to the right place. I'm so glad that you're here, so let's get started. A quick word on triggers. It's important to remember that triggers often point toward an original wound from our childhood that is being activated in the now. When we're doing work on healing past wounds, past traumas, past pain, we can use our triggers as a way to know where to look. This is why it's important to not go diving into the past looking for trauma. What works really well is to work with the material that comes up in the now. So it requires present moment awareness, the ability to be self-aware and be in our body and know how to process the triggers as they occur. So looking back to the original wound that is being activated in the now is where we can experience our greatest healing and growth and learn how to diffuse that trigger so that it will be less intense or eventually no longer be a trigger altogether. That's the goal. And I want you to also remember that in a safe relationship, we can talk about our triggers with a partner and we'll end up feeling heard and understood. Hopefully, you're with someone that will care enough to be mindful of the areas within you that are sensitive. And if a person is not safe, they'll continue doing the things that they know upset and hurt you. That's the difference. So when you're trying to discern whether a trigger in your relationship is because of abuse that you're experiencing, or if you're being quote unquote too sensitive, or it's something from your own past, it's your own stuff, it really doesn't matter a whole lot. Yes, you need to be doing your own work. Yes, you need to be emotionally responsible, getting therapy to help you process your triggers, learning tools on how to regulate yourself emotionally and regulate your nervous system and learn how to respond over react in ways that hurt other people. So that's all your work to do. We talk about our side of the street here. That is hopefully what both people in a partnership are doing. But at the very least, someone that is able to witness and hear you talk about something that is upsetting, that's triggering you from the past, and have compassion, and then work to not touch on those areas to the best of their ability. When you're with someone who's abusive, they will use those things that you tell them or the ways that they see that they can trigger you as a means of control and power over. They'll continue to do those things and in an effort to abuse, right? That's what abuse is it's the continual overstepping of the boundaries that you're setting. And they continue doing the thing over and over and are saying the thing over and over that they know creates emotion within you, that there's upset there that happens when they're doing those things. And because they don't have compassion or empathy or even care about what that does to you, they will keep doing that. Someone that really cares about you will be able to say, okay, I see that trigger isn't necessarily about me saying or doing that thing, but for you, it's a sensitive area, so I need to be more mindful of my words. That's what a true caring person would do. That's what I would do. I wouldn't want to continually pick away at somebody's hurt points with certain things that I'm doing that I could easily adjust, right? We're talking about behavioral adjustment. We're talking about being a little more sensitive about things that we say or topics that we approach. And we're doing it from a place where we're not blaming the other person for our own triggers. We're saying, I am feeling activated over here. I'm feeling these emotions about this. And I think it's related to this, but I'm wondering if you can adjust here or work on this, or maybe, word it this way in the future or do this instead. That's what a mature relationship looks like. So it doesn't matter if your trigger is related to your childhood or past abuse from a previous relationship. It doesn't matter if it's triggered from that and maybe it's not abuse in the moment or it is. Right? That's the difference. Someone that is safe is going to care that they've hurt your feelings no matter what, if they intended it or not, right? They may not have had the intent there to hurt you, but it hurt you. And a safe person will acknowledge that and they will endeavor to do better, and they will try to be more discerning and careful with their words, or not do the thing that they know upsets you or hurts you. So I hope that answers the question. This is something a lot of you ask about, like, how do I know what's my shit and what's their shit and what's our shit together, right? Because there's always all three of those that can be going on. But when you're dealing with an abusive person, most of the time they are exerting control, power over, overstepping boundaries. There's no empathy or compassion. They don't care what they're doing or saying, and they know that it hurts you. You may have already tried to assert the boundary or stated that it hurts you many times, but they keep doing it. That's when you know that's the other person's issue, that they're unhealthy, that they are unsafe or abusive. That is your cue that you need to work your way out of the relationship. If you're with someone in a relationship that is able to listen to you and care that what they said or did, whether it was intentional or not, that it hurt you or made you feel a certain way, they're not going to want to know that they were the cause of that hurt. And so they're going to change their behavior so it doesn't keep happening. That's the difference. So I hope that offers some clarity. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Awakening Women podcast. If you love this show and it has served you and helped you on your journey, please take a moment right now and leave a rating and review in iTunes and Spotify. If you'd like more daily content, videos, and inspiration, come on over and join me at Awakening Women Support Official over on Instagram, where we can connect and you can continue your transformation and growth journey. And I'll see you online. Take care.